All right, guys, weekly stimulus for the week of November 27th, 2023, last week of November. Today, Monday, interval, 2 minutes and 30 seconds of work, 2 minutes and 30 seconds of rest, 6 rounds, that's 30 minutes. What you'll do is you have a buy-in. It's 15 bar-facing burpees, 13 toe to bar, or 15 knee to chest. Then you'll pick up your barbell and you'll do 4 reps, which will equal 1 rep of a snatch complex. So you'll power snatch it from the floor. All right, some of you guys can stay in the hang if you want. After the power snatch, you overhead squat. You then bring the bar down. You keep it above the knee. You do a hang power snatch, and then you do an overhead squat. You cannot combine the movements. You will stand up both power snatches and then ride it down into an overhead squat. So what we're looking, and you'll continue to do as many of those 4 rep complexes as possible in time remaining. So what we're looking here, coaches, is they got to be done with the 15 burpees in 45 seconds. So I think it might be a good idea to give them like, hey, 45-second heads up, all right? If they're not 1 or 2 burpees away from finishing, then they should use that new number. Maybe it's 12, maybe it's 10 as their burpee number for every round, all right? After that, they do their 13 toe to bar or 15 knees to chest. So we look at that to take around 45 seconds to do the burpee, 45 seconds to do the toe to bar. That's going to give you about a minute, all right, for the complex. Although it's not going to be a minute, you have some transition time too as well. But we want to try to get at least around 40 to 45 seconds to pick up the barbell, all right? The barbell complex, done efficiently should take maybe 10, 15 seconds, all right? So we're looking to get somewhere between 4 and 6 complexes. You're welcome to make any weight changes you want on the barbell, but you also have to hold on to the bar for those 4 reps unless the clock beeps, all right? So 6 rounds of that every 2:30, and you always start with the buy-in of 15 bar-facing burpees or 13 toe to bar. Large classes, you will do burpee over the bar, and I do recommend, even with a large class, and for me, like over 9, I would split the groups in 2. All right, so basically what you do is you have half the group work for 2:30 while the other half rests, and then you go ahead, all right, and you flip-flop it. This makes it way easier to coach half the class instead of coaching all 18 people at a time, all right? Tuesday is week 9. We have 2 more weeks on clean and jerk and thruster. It's 10 by 2 on an every 90-second clock. So if you see the time frame is coming down, this is going to excuse me. This is going to be a lot more metabolic and strength endurance than it is going to kind of be like just heavy loads. So make sure you're making a smart weight change. And you don't need to rush too as well. All right. You obviously have 90 seconds. That's a lot of time. That's a rep every 45. All right. And it gives you some time to make a weight change if you need to. All right. So 10 by 2. You will get a break of 5 minutes. And then you'll make your weight change during that time. And you'll get into 10 rounds for time, 4 clean and jerk, 5 bar-facing burpee, all right? Just wound up working out where we did burpee back-to-back. It's not a ridiculous amount of burpee. It's 50 on Tuesday. Worst case, take a rest day. All right, again, large classes, you will do burpee over the bar, and be mindful when you are dropping barbells, okay? All right, barbells have a tendency to bounce all over the place depending on your weight. That 10 round for time has a 12-minute cap, all right? Wednesday is going to be a deck of cards. It's a fun day. All numbered cards, okay, all right, will be rotated between 3 movements. So aces, I'm sorry, there are no aces. 2 through 10 is going to be reps, all right? So what you're going to do is if you're at the pull-up station and a 7 comes out, you do 7 pull-ups, okay? All right? All face cards, guys will row 400, girls will row 350. You're on a bike, all right? Girls are going to 800 and 700K on the assault bike. So you're going to rotate every round, okay? So how it's going to work is there's going to be 3 exercises. You put 6 people at the pull-ups, 6 people at the box jump over, and 6 people at the dumbbell. You never have more than 6 people at a group, all right? Regardless of the size of your class, all right? I pick an 8. Evelyn is at the pull-up station. She does 8 pull-ups. I'm at the box jump. I do 8 box jumps. And Connor is at the dumbbell push press, double dumbbell, dip, drive, and press. And he does 8. Every time a numbered card comes out, we just rotate around. I move to the push press. Evelyn moves to the box jump. Connor moves to the pull-ups. We just keep rotating around those 3 movements on numbered cards, all right? A face card comes out, all right? That means I get into the rower, Evelyn gets into the bike, we do our bike or our row, and then we pull the next card, okay? If it's a face card again, then I bike and Evelyn rows. We flip-flop every round, bike and row. That makes sure you have a bike and a rower for everybody, all right? Then you just go back to the original station. So if I left off on the box jumps and a face card comes out, I go to the row. The next card is a 6. I move to the push press, and then I continue on as we go. This is not complicated. Don't make it complicated, all right? Coaches, tell people where to go. Don't give them the option, all right? All right, I would also go ahead and say, hey, listen, go to this movement, all right, just for the first couple of rounds until they kind of figure out how the flow is. Lastly, you have a 2-minute cap on the bike and the row. So right around the 145 mark, all right, during a row or a bike, give them a heads up. Hey, guys, you know, we're going to pull the next card, and then you pull the next card. Don't let people finish the row or the bike if they're over. Just move to the next card. More than likely, a face card's going to come out, and they're going to have an option to row or bike again, okay? Non-face cards, again, will rotate between the 3 exercises. All face cards will flip-flop between the row and the bike. Thursday is going to be a 2-part workout, 2 5-round for times, all right? It's 12 deadlift. It's 8 strict handstand push-up. You can do strict handstand push-ups to 1 ab mat. Guys, listen, if you can't bring your head to 1 ab mat on a strict handstand, you will wall walk instead. We had like half the group last time doing handstands, and they weren't bringing their head to the mat. Go to wall walk, all right? If you don't know if your head is touching the mat, it's not touching the mat. Go to wall walk, all right? So 12 deadlift, 8 handstand. I would be smart on the deadlift. It's not a heavy weight, but it's a lot of reps. And all it's going to do, it's going to turn around to handstand push-up. So if you do the handstands, all right, in 2 sets, and then you do the deadlift unbroken, you're right back to handstands again. So you're going to have to be mindful on that. This workout's not going to really start until the 3rd round, all right? After you're done, you look up at the clock and you take a 5-minute break, regardless of what workout you start on. The other workout is going to be push-up, shuttle run, dumbbell snatch, shuttle run, okay? 16-12 on the push-up. It's only 5 trips on the shuttle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means you're going to end on the opposite side from where you started. So you'll put your dumbbell on one side, and you'll put your push-up on the other. Not push-up, but you'll find a spot. If you need a box, you use the box. And that's how you'll flip-flop. Coaches, you guys that have a large class, I'm going to have a schematic, all right, on how I want this class set up, all right? Shuttle runs will be done in the middle. And if you do have a large class, especially the morning people, I would stagger, all right? I'd put 5 people with dumbbells on one side and then 4 people with dumbbells on the other side, okay? All right, and I could explain that to you guys who are coaching that class, all right? So you'll split the group between the 2 workouts. Once they're done, they'll flip-flop, all right? Week number 9 for the thrusters, 10 by 3 on every 90 seconds. Get used to moving thruster weights. You can make weight changes anytime you want. There's a 13-minute AMRAP after this that has 50 double unders or crossovers or 75 singles. It's 10 box jumps. That's when you'll physically jump up to the box and come back to the same side you jumped from, or step-ups. all right? And then it's 10 burpee box get-overs. So you will burpee, put your hands on the box, and then go over to the other side, all right? Those guys and girls that are doing burpee box jump overs, you will all do it to a 24-inch box. So girls, you will have to go ahead and move your box up to the higher height to do the burpee box get-overs, okay? And that is Friday. Saturday, we have a team of 3 workout. It's a row, bike, and a chip. So one person rows 1K 900. One person bikes during the time it takes that person to row. And the other person chips away at 1 rope climb, 5 ring dips, and 3 power cleans, all right? On a workout like this, I suggest you pick up where you left off on the workout. So let's say I get to the second round and I did 2 ring dips. I'll just pick up where I left off, all right, and keep going, all right? Don't pick up where your partner left off. Pick up where you left off. Everything is dictated on when the rower gets done, and that row should be done in right around 4 minutes, all right? Sunday is Richard's workout. He's doing dumbbell Fran, double dumbbell thrusters, pull-ups, rest 5 minutes, then devil's press and total bar. Each workout has a cap on it around 10 minutes. All right, that is our week. Keep it real up in the field. All right, you don't need chalk for wall walks. All right, you don't need chalk for Friday's workout. On the double unders, Evelyn's telling me to waive off. And chalk is not free, so pay for it instead of taking it from the bucket. All right.